Welcome in, everybody. Today we look at one of the finest moments in 82L lore, one of the most iconic scenes, one of the greatest calls, and single-handedly one of the greatest draft strategies ever created in the minds of men.
We could do the 1 minute, 0 minute tower actually, because Beastmaster has board.
Yeah.
Dire team ban.
So you guys want to still do that lineup? NP, Abaddon, Snapfire, Faceless, Beastmaster? I think that's what we're gonna go for.
Dire team ban.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Who do we want to pick here? So the leftover heroes are NP, Abaddon, Snapfire, and Faceless.
Yeah, so we did not see it coming at all. So basically that was the last week of group stage. So that was week 6 and it was the second game. That was people still do it, like Connor did it this season, but like back then people were really into like calculating strength of schedule and shit like that, because like whenever anyone would reschedule past Thursday on week 6, people would just kind of try to like figure out like what's gonna happen if things go one way or the other, just because I don't know, it's a fun thing to do. And the general consensus was if we won game 1, winning game 2 didn't matter.
So John was in another team. He had run this strategy before. We tried it in a pub too, actually. Our team of 5 AD2L stack. It was not working. And it was definitely like, I remember, especially I was drafting, and everyone was kind of quiet, you know, when like you kind of feel a little defeated. Did we lose the first game? Do you guys remember?
Yeah, we lost the first.
Okay, so we lost the first game. We were kind of like, oh man, like, are we trying to win this game or go with this strategy that went 0-2
Yeah.
in pubs and we only practiced it once and it failed miserably every single time? And I remember I was thinking, okay, everyone's gonna hate me and it's gonna be great. Yeah, and it's funny because John is, I'd say John is definitely the brainchild of this strategy, but it got to the point where even he was like, I don't really, I don't know. He didn't even feel like he had faith in his strategy.
I think we like drafted like flex, where we kind of went like we could either go for the tower or we could play a normal game with it. We went like Snapfire early on, I think. And then we finally just was like, screw it, we're doing the 0-minute tower.
I feel like I remember like discussing it with them, and they were like drafting, and they're like, wait a second, like this draft, we might just be able to like push a tower. Like I don't think they specifically drafted for it, but like partway through they realized like the potential of it, and then decided to like execute the strategy. So it definitely wasn't like something like pre-established.
Block the wave. So I'm
They
not
have to be
really sure.
careful.
Wait, are they gonna get the tower?
Are you joking?
Wait,
No
are they?
way.
Oh my god, they are with the little shutter. They're taking the whole tower.
No way.
They
You're
don't have
joking.
ford. They can't ford. They got it. Okay,
My God.
I seen minute roaches, but I never seen first minute taking a tower. They got it. What's the Jack gonna do now? He doesn't have a tower to go. Okay, this might be the
one-
next little thing.
Has ever done that in the history of Dota. I swear to God.
I think we were like watching like the area, like watching the rune fights, but then we realized that we're like 5 heroes bottom, and I think like what was going on in my mind. I haven't seen the clip in a very long time, but I think we're like, oh, are they gonna like kill like Doug or something? It's such a weird thing to like try and play around the fact that you don't have a safe running tower. It just completely changes the dynamic of the lane.
I think the biggest thing it did to us was like our mental was so shaken up because we had no idea what was happening. There were some calls to make lane swaps. It turned out that we were actually ahead at one point, which none of us knew. That game, like, as soon as our tower fell, that game felt so weird that, like, it kind of just felt like we were just, like, waiting to lose while having a good time. A big part of it is we were laughing our goddamn asses off. We thought it was the funniest thing ever because we were under the impression that winning or losing the game didn't matter. Like, it wouldn't affect our standings. Yeah, Small Nut and I, I think that's the last time we laned together in competitive, but we used to have a fun time when we were laying together. And one of the things that he mentions every once in a while when we're talking about that game is one of the things I did on Storm is I think I had a Yule Scepter, and the Faceless Void like chronoed my carry, and then I zipped through Chrono and Yule's the Faceless.
Yeah, I just wanna be the greatest. Everybody knows my name, shit. I'ma have this whole fucking game lit, spitting with the same wit, and I'm gonna be famous. Ain't nobody able to delay this. Coming up, I had a vision to make it. Never wanted to be nothing, always wanted to play shit. Sit in class, always wondering why I learn the same shit. How the hell am I different if we all know the same shit? I ain't never let them doubt me, it's about me. Keep my head down, let my mouth speak. They surround me, they all about the clout, see where the crowd be. Every time I speak loudly, they more about me. Man, you know I got a bounty on these lousy ass haters that surround me. So they doubt me, they don't know nothing about.
And I can't remember if we all chatted or we just talked about it afterward.
I remember, I think Grace chronoed, and then he Yules, like the Storm Spirit Yules mid chrono. I remember that. I was very impressed by that. And I was like, wow, I can't believe he just did that. He's like super good on Storm Spirit. I remember seeing that.
But we were just like, it was such like a friendly game. Like we were just having a good old time because I know the illegal people pretty well. Part of it is because of that. But like I'm pretty good friends with Small Nut, and I've like stood and played with them a bunch. So yeah, that was honestly one of my fondest memories in 82L. It was just a really, really good game, and it was absolutely bizarre.
I remember after we did take the 0-minute tower and Sun was like typing in all chat, I was like, there was a grin like so wide across my face for the rest of the or like for the rest of the game.
Alright, they're gonna commit for both.
Can we go? Can we go?
Now go.
Okay, wait for the Curse of Avernus.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Now, now.
Little Shredder, little Shredder, little Shredder!
Hawk, thing? I mean,
Hawk.
Back.
Wait, why is there not an armor?
Because you were closer.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Wait, guys, they didn't even TP.
Yeah, I think it ruins one of your lanes. And it actually just ruins that lane because you can static the lane like where your T1 normally is, so you can't enter that lane. I don't think it was a good strategy. I think it was hilarious though.
It was a relatively quick game overall, so I think it had impact for sure. Is it like the one certain thing that changed the game? I don't know, maybe, but I think it definitely threw a massive wrench in the plans for Potterath that game.
It ended up giving us 8th seed instead of 7th seed, which didn't matter at all. But like we were upper bracket either way, so we didn't care.
So I think with a track record, both from a professional games and team standpoint, as well as our pubs, as well, it hasn't had a good track record. You know, maybe we're in Sun and Pot of Wrath's minds. We can pretend that happened. I think it did definitely help with strength of schedule. It definitely, I think there was like 4 or 5-way ties or something. Like I think we thought it was cool in the game, and then it blew up on Reddit when Daddy Odin posted about it, and then we saw Join Dota, like our esports articles writing about it, and then we saw the pro team try it, and then like it just kept getting bigger, and so it was like really cool. I think one thing for me was it really showed, honestly, like how cool the 82L community was. Even now, I think
it mentally destroyed them.
Sun is very cute.